What the hell just happened? Oh, I mean, this is an old match. Does anyone know what happened? Even he looks confused.
Shut your lips, it's time for a brand new episode of what? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, said it's time for a brand new episode of Talking Jit.
All right, let's get funky. Who's ready to lose their Facebook account? I've been wanting to do this one for a minute. We're going over Zuckerberg's gi match, so let's begin. I don't have Facebook, so I'm not afraid to lose anything here. So, all right, right off the bat, the guard pull here, and I understand it's his first tournament, makes sense, but before you pull, see if I can get back to it. Before you pull for guard, you want to make sure this foot touches first. So what I mean is don't put your butt to the ground and then put the foot. You want to make this connection and make it solid first. So you can always bounce on one leg, get it on the hip, and then pull down. And what that does is once you get to the floor, I'll show you the difference once he hits. So it's still a successful, guard pull. I'm not taking that away from him. And this guy's still extended. Actually, he's planking right now. But what happens when you do it controlled, like what I'm saying, one step at a time, is that you get the foot in the hip, and when you land, they're usually already off posture because your foot is going to be, let's see, here's Zuck right here, right? Here's your guard, here's your hands. This guy, usually because the foot is so extended, he usually will land on his knees and leaning forward and trying to get his balance, if that makes sense. So, my doodles. So, basically, just for that extra insurance, put your foot on the hip and then put your butt to the floor, and you'll notice you have broken posture and you have a more controlled guard pull, and you don't have like a scramble right off the bat when you pull guard. But it looks like it worked out for him. He's pulling into his guard, and this guy on top is leaning forward anyway. Okay, good. He settles into good posture. I'm not gonna have to lose my crap today. So we got this dude's head in the way. Perfect. Usually happens that way. Um, so okay, he's working some funky lapel stuff. I was just about to, critique breaking the posture, but he's got his way of doing it. Oh, shooting up an arm bar. Did he have the arm? Okay, so right here he's stacked. It's hard to see because of the bald head, but he the what he did here, it was a good setup. It looks like he worked on stuff. It looked like he had a game plan, so that's huge. Um, whether you like him or not, it looked like he had a game plan. I wish I had another angle what he did here because it looked like he went lapel and somehow went from lapel to an armbar. Can't see it, but my issue is a lot of times when people shoot, and this is kind of an amateur thing, you'll get better, but a lot of people leave their hips behind on the floor. So when they go for the arm bar, they forget to shoot the hips up to like the armpit and to close the knees. A lot of times they just rotate their legs around and it leaves the elbow out. You want the elbow in your guard. So the biggest thing is like if you're pulling it across, you want to pull the arm across and you want at least the elbow in your guard before you're like full on going for it. And the other problem I have here is he's kind of doing it already stacked. Like this guy's weight is already clearly on Mark's guard. Mark is already supporting this guy's weight. You want to create an angle when you do this, either by rotating your hips or, you know, using your feet on their hips to kind of like spin yourself, but you want to create an angle to where you're not going to get stacked the second you armbar. You want to throw a clean, crisp armbar and you want it to have it out to the side, or you want to time it to when they're either standing up or sitting back, okay? And again, shoot your hips through. Same with the triangle. You want to shoot your hips into it. So he looks like, boom, that position right there looked ideal, just to drive my point. This looks a little bit more ideal to me. Mark's a little bit more straight. His hips are off the floor. He's extended his abdomen, I guess you could say. He's like flexed up and he's shooting it up. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it doesn't look like he has the elbow. If I was to guess by how the arms are right here, it just doesn't look like he captured the elbow. But again, and maybe I don't know what he was doing with lapel. I'm sure he has a game plan, and his coaches are probably top notch. But I probably would have went 2-on-1 on the sleeve instead of like whatever he did with the lapel. But again, I don't want to assume what he did. I'm just assuming what he didn't. But looks like he came with a game plan. He had an omoplata option there. Uh-oh. Yeah, he got stacked. This guy overshot. So, boom. Let's go back here a little bit. Short match. So this guy had a clear pass and for whatever reason went back into the guard. So right here, it looks like Mark is, framing up the hip to give himself some space. He's on his toes, so it looks like he's ready to like, hip escape or shrimp. If I was this guy, I would have just gone shoulders down into the hips here, lock those hips to the floor, and then just let my hips up here fight his arms just by like dropping them, almost like you're sprawling. You're gonna drop one side to duck the arm, and you're just gonna do that. If they're post up like this, you just drop your hip into the arm and guide it to a side with your hip, and then that way you get the pass. You would have him locked down, his hips locked down. You don't have to worry about him no more. But for some reason, he keeps circling. Oh, so he had really good posts. Is basically what it came down to. Right here, yeah, we're just scrambling. And he's able to get guard back. So it's kind of weird having the guard this low. Usually you're up by the hips. I would be working on that. I probably, at this point, and you can't see from the angle, but from this point, I would have been, yeah, boom, perfect. So this guy is leaning forward. He should be getting all sorts of options here. It's hard to see what's going on. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it looks like he's like locking Mark down. I don't know if he's trying to squeeze his neck or something. Is he going for something? Look at the ref. Why is this? This is this is crazy. What's he doing? What the hell just happened? What? Mark looks confused too. What the hell just happened? Anyone know? Anyone know? I mean, this is an old match. Does anyone know what happened? That's wild. He looks confused. Look at him. He's like asking the ref what the hell happened. Did he get put to sleep? Even he looks confused. Well, we'll leave off on that cliffhanger. Well, real quick match. I just wanted to go over it a little bit. The typical posture and stuff, and then, typical guard pull. So going into a tournament, especially as a white belt, if you decide you're gonna pull guard, I love getting the lapels, and then you're gonna put your foot on the hip and pull down and keep your foot extended so you have that pressure so that they're kind of draped over it and you got that broken posture and you got control right away. You don't have a scramble right away. Um, Other than that, yeah, if anyone knows what happened in this match, let me know down below.
They try to drown me, I can swim upstream so profoundly. I can stay calm in a dire situation. I'm at it every day, no time for a vacation. And I smell blood in the water. Everything I do, yeah, I do it for my daughters. Now I'm gonna shut your lips. It's time for a brand new episode of What? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, say what? We talking jit, said it's time for a brand new episode of Talking Jit.